Now what? After you are finished writing your thematic statement and figuring out the theme of the book that you were working with or the text that you were working with, you can start writing your essay. If we skip down to number 5 here, number 5, write your outline. I'm going to show you a sample overview outline. After you've written your outline, then you want to write your introduction. This outline helps you to write your essay and keep it organized and keep it focused, which is one of the areas on the rubric that your teachers will be looking for. So here's an overview. You always want to start with an introduction. Your second, third, and fourth body paragraphs are going to focus on one literary element each, and you're going to provide textual evidence for that literary element and how it supports your central theme or your thematic statement. Then your last paragraph will be your conclusion. Now I'm going to show you how to write an introduction for your thematic essay. The first thing that you need to do is to make a broad statement about your subject. Going back to using loneliness from Of Mice and Men, I don't want to mention the author or the title of the book or my theme, my thematic statement in the first sentence. It's giving away way too much. You always want to start out broad. It's a topic sentence, so we're introducing our reader to the subject or the topic. So here's my example. Loneliness is something that all humans can relate to. You can also pull in a quote from somebody famous. If you Google quotes on loneliness or something like that, you can also use a quote to start your essay with. The second thing you need to do is ask yourself, what are some examples of how loneliness is something that all humans can relate to, or how can I further explain and elaborate on my first sentence? What is important about the subject to humankind or to the subject itself? So whenever I'm writing the next 2 or 3 sentences, those are the questions I ask myself. Here's an example. All human beings want in life is to have companionship. Loneliness can make one feel like others do not care about them, and this is our biggest fear. It is important to have companionship to give one a sense of belonging. So number 1, with the bold sentence, loneliness is something that all humans can relate to, and then I move into elaborating and giving examples and telling why loneliness is so important to humans in that number 2. So then that would be put together. Number 3, I'm going to make a brief connection to the book, author, and either the plot or the characters. Here's my example. Again, 1, 2, and 3 would all be in the same introduction. This can certainly be seen in the novel Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. All the major characters suffer from loneliness and do their best to flee from it. So I've made a brief connection. I have not given any details. I've not given any textual evidence, and I have not made an argument yet. That comes last. Your argument comes last, and that is your thesis or your thematic statement. I'm using those terms interchangeably. So number 4, the last sentence of your introduction is your thematic statement. Therefore, the central theme, made a little mistake there, the central theme of Mice and Men is that loneliness drives people to search for companionship in unlikely ways. That's my controlling idea. Whenever you see a Regents exam and it says controlling idea, that's a thematic statement. Therefore, the central theme of Mice and Men is that loneliness drives people to search for companionship in unlikely ways. So when you look at number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, that would all be put together in one paragraph. I've separated it out for you so that you can see the steps that I've taken, but again, it would be all one paragraph.